Zdravím vás. Uplynulý víkend proběhla 6. UFO konference v Praze, kterou organizuje SUNE, kterého předpokládám většina z vás zná. No a já jsem tam byl jak hostem, tak zároveň jsem byl součástí produkčního týmu. Především jsem pracoval na té celé grafické stránce, ale vlastně pomáhal jsem se Zoom cally a dalšími věcmi, jelikož tyhle akce jsou opravdu náročné a za mě, vzhledem k tomu, že jsem byl i v režii se dívat občas a pomáhat tam, tak velký klobouk dolů, jak Sunému, tak i třeba zvukaři nebo těm, kteří dělají video, udělali opravdu velmi dobrou práci. Takže za to klobouk dolů. Ale nejenom to se povedlo na letošní konferenci o UFO, jelikož například se povedlo na této akci mít 2 nové, velmi vážené hosty ze zahraničí. Tím prvním je Gary Hazeltine a ten je z Velké Británie a měl jsem s ním možnost na pár minut hovořit, byl velmi milý, byla tam s ním i jeho žena a bylo hezké slyšet zase jeho příběhy a tak dále. No a také tam byl Francisco Corrêa, se kterým jsem měl ještě větší možnost si povídat a dokonce jsem s ním udělal krátký rozhovor, který v tomhle videu vám pustím. A Francisco Corrêa i Gary Hazeltine si tuto akci velmi užili. Byli také velmi vlastně potěšeni, jak ta celá akce probíhala. A abych vám trošičku řekl o tom, s kým se mi povedlo udělat rozhovor, tak Francisco Corrêa je z Portugalska a má de facto takový hodně vědecký, akademický přístup k tématu UFO, což je bezvadný. A zároveň se mi velmi líbí, že on nejenom zkoumá tohle, ale zároveň je i otevřen tématům takovým jako duchovním a třeba prostě vědě lidského vědomí nebo obecně vědomí. A to mi přijde velmi důležité. A jako takový příklad toho, že jsem si fakt uvědomil, že to není jenom takový vědec, který je na to kouká jenom jako těmi tvrdými daty, je případ, co se stalo v sobotu večer, kdy byl koncert mantrovníků. Františka jsem se pak ráno ptal, jak se mu to líbilo a on říkal, jo, bylo to bezvadný, bylo to fajn, strávil jsem tam na tom koncertě asi hodinu a šlo fakt vidět, že to byla taková oslava divine feminine energy, jako prostě takový toho božského aspektu ženství, řekněme, nevím, jak by se to dalo přesně přeložit, ale v tom jazyku šlo prostě poznat, že se zajímá i o takovéhle věci a ne jenom, že jede furt akademismus. A takovýhle přístup mi přijde velmi dobrý, že sice ano, pojďme to zkoumat vědecky, akademicky, data, jedem tímhle způsobem, ale zároveň buďme otevřeni i těm tématům, které jsou těžko zkoumatelné, měřitelné, nebo alespoň současnými technikami, ale lidem se určitě dějí, lidé reportují podobné příběhy. A tak je důležité takovouhle harmonii, takovýhle balans udržovat v tom myšlení, takovým jakoby racionálním a zároveň být otevřen trošičku, alespoň malilinko těm duchovním tématům, protože něco na nich bude. A jsem rád, že Francisco má takový přístup, já se o něj také snažím. A to je tak všecko na úvod. A teď už tedy zmiňovaný rozhovor s Franciscem Corrêou. Hello everyone, we are at the UFO conference in Prague. This is conference about exopolitics, spirituality and history. And this year we have a really amazing opportunity. We have here guests that came from abroad. And one of them is here, Francisco Corrêa. And he had a presentation last day, and he is a big name in the UFO field because he is part of one big organization. And could you tell us a bit about this organization, the name, and what it is about?
The organization is called ICER. First of all, thank you for inviting me and for having the opportunity to talk a little bit about my work and our work. ICER was registered as a non-government organization in Portugal in 2021, although it had been worked and since 2018 from the Five Continents Forum, which was a meeting taking place in Moscow. It was promoted by a group of Chinese that wanted to build a network of international researchers. It fell apart, but because of the Chinese, but the group was already made. There was this motivation to go ahead, and so we. Because of COVID, we needed to stay at home. We started talking with each other, and that led to the creation of ICER, the International Coalition for Extraterrestrial Research. We have members from 30 countries. Karel Hazin is from the representative of the Czech Republic, and we have about, besides the representatives, each representative has a deputy. That can replace him in case of necessary. And since then we have developed awareness courses in terms of education to the general society about UFOs, etc. We have the aviation witness program where we can, there's a specific procedure in terms of collection of witness testimony from pilots, assuring that they have their identity secured as well. And we have Project Titan, which is we try to replicate what was the initiative, the Grenada initiative from 1978, where Grenada tried to take the UFO issue to the United Nations and asking the United Nations to create an agency inside the UN to deal with UFOs. And so Project Titan is similar in the sense that we want to build an international or a world forum, like the Economic Forum or the Climate Forum, an international or world forum to debate the UFO issue. With academics, scientists, etc. And so we had the support of the government of San Marino. They approved in an official session of the parliament, just on January 2023. And we hope that next year, maybe in September, it may be taken to the General Assembly of the UN to be discussed.
That would be really nice.
Yeah. And so this ICER is basically almost an evolution of the World Exopolitics Network that has been for many years and in the making, and especially the European group that is more cohesive has been working towards this, the ICER and making this fulfillment.
Okay. So, and in your presentation, I asked you a question if you are more optimist or a pessimist, and at the time you said you're optimist. But in terms of the policies and the things happening and the official way, it is.
We have to be optimistic. That's why we work. We believe that the work will have good results, right? So we have to be optimistic, but we also have to be realistic. So there's a 70-year culture of denial, of disinformation, of stigma about UFOs. And so yes, there has been a fading of the stigma, a more open scenario for disclosure. Well, disclosure is happening because nowadays it's normal to say UFOs do exist, right? We don't know what they are. Right? And so since 2017, with the release of that article in the New York Times, there has been a growing openness from society, and especially from the academia. Right? The universities are more interested in starting to understand exactly what UFOs represent, to their origin, etc. And so in that sense, I'm full optimistic that we will have good results.
Yeah. Okay.
Are those results what people expect? In the sense that, full disclosure, the President of the United States going public, we are not alone, we have been visited. That is a long way.
It is.
Right? So my understanding is that probably it will be the academic community that will eventually make a declaration or some papers acknowledging, well, yes, we acknowledge that UFOs represent some kind of intelligence, but we don't know exactly what they are, and we need more time to study.
Yeah.
And that's a soft disclosure in the sense that we recognize there's an eventually non-human intelligence there, but we don't know exactly what it represents.
Yeah, that makes sense. So about the people like Gary Nolan, Avi Loeb, and so on.
Exactly.
They make the way, maybe.
Exactly. It's the academic community that leads the way.
And just as the last thing, can you tell us something? Can people find you on some website or about the organization?
Yes, the website of ICER is icer.network. icer.network. We also have Project Stellar, which is something that we have developed within the University Fernando Pessoa in Porto, Portugal, and that is Stellar with double L, stellar.com.pt.
Okay.
And there we'll find, although there's I think there's an English version as well. Those are basically my colleagues from different, from the research departments that includes several academics from different universities in Portugal, okay, and from several fields of research, from philosophy, religious studies, physics, astronomy, mathematics, okay, and so there's a multidisciplinary approach to the UFO phenomenon.
Okay. So let's hope that each year is more and more interesting in this team. It seems like this, right?
It has been a wild ride, especially since 2017 with the release of more information and seeing my colleagues motivated to come forward and debate publicly about UFOs. So yeah, it's quite interesting. And the future can only be bright.
Yeah. So let's envision that.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for the interview.
Well, thank you for having me.
And it was awesome to meet you here on the conference. And this is the end of the video. And you and the screens have a wonderful day. And yeah, see you hopefully soon someday.
See you.
See ya.